not good.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to try to do is give kind of a small update on the QH12R, the little mini excavator that we bought about, about 2 weeks ago, something like that. This thing, as far as digging, there's a big rock here in the front yard and I went ahead and dug it up and removed it by and tore up our little walkway and all. I got to replace all this stuff now. I done tore it all to pieces. But anyway, it dug good, dug fine. It actually got real good. As far as digging, it does really good as far as like pressure and stuff like that. But I drove it for about, it had 1 hour on it whenever we bought it. It had 1 hour on the reader. And I put over like 38 minutes on it. All right, and sitting right here where it's at right now, after 38 minutes, right here is part of the block. That motor grenaded and exploded. I don't know why. I guess it was just a faulty like rod or piston that was inside the motor. But yeah, brand hammer new, and I put 30-some minutes on it, and right here is part of the cylinder wall. This right here is. Matter of fact, right there, that's the motor. Right here's the motor that come off of it. Can't really see it, but right in there, the whole side of the block is missing right in there. I don't know if that shows or not, like right in there. But the whole block is missing there. All right. So I contacted the company that I bought it from, the little business down here. I talked to them, told them what happened. So here's the thing about these mini excavators, a lot of people don't want to tell you. When you buy these things from a lot like that, you don't get any type of warranty with it. You buy it as is, right there, and once you take it off lot, it's yours. But I totally get that and totally understand that. But 30 minutes, come on, man, 30 minutes and it does this, and it's brand hammer new. I don't get that. I don't get that. You know, it's probably just a one-off thing with this motor doing that. It really is. But it happened. You know, I paid good money for this thing, and I at least wanted to drive it for, you know, more than 30 minutes. So I contacted the company that I bought it from, the little business down here. It's inside Johnson City. And the guy down there is actually a really good guy. He really is. I told him what happened to it, and he reiterated I bought it. You know, I bought it, no warranty, which I knew that. But he also agreed to help me buy another motor for it. So what I done is I went and got a Predator motor for it. You know, and in all honesty and legally, he didn't have to do that, because, you know, you buy the machine as is. But as being a decent human being, he did help me buy a motor for it. So I give him credit, and I'll have to give, you know, I guess a good reference to these people down there, this company down there, because he did the right thing. Kinda. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, he kinda did the right thing, but he kinda didn't. For that kind of money and me driving it 30 minutes, they should have fixed the machine, you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Whatever, but it is what it is. So what I done, I just now put the motor on it. And I ain't done with it yet, but I put a Predator on it. A 15 horsepower Predator motor, which is basically, the people that make the factory engines that come out of these things are basically the same people that make the Predator engines. Everything is identical as far as boat wise, except one thing. This motor here is a little wider than that one, I think, because I still got to take it back apart. The motor sits too far to the left. My pump is hitting over here, so I can't bolt it down the way it needs to be. But I've already crunk it. I hooked the hydraulic pump up on it, just basically set it in there, these two bolts, just barely in, just hold it, and I crunk it, and you can tell it's got more torque and more get up to it. You know what I mean? You can tell it's more. Of course, this motor here, that one's supposed to be a 15 horsepower, and this right here is like a 15.7, 15.8 horsepower, something like that. It's the red. If you come right here, I'll show. If you look at Harbor Freight, it's the one with the red cover on it. I think they're 459 cc's or something like that. Yeah, 459 cc's. It's like 15.8 horsepower. And right out of the box, we just put oil in it, and I filled the gas tank about halfway full, and we pulled it twice, and it crunk. So I still have to hook up the wiring to make all this work here. These motors come with their own little push start and all that stuff on them, like electric start. It's down in there. But I want to hook up the factory machine wiring for it. There's a button down here. Everything's faced backwards on, the only problem. Right down here's a button that you mash to crank it right there. I ain't got the battery hooked up, but that's how you do it. So, a couple of issues with it. One is the oil, the dipstick is faced toward the front of the machine. So you have to reach down in here, down in the front of it to check the oil. Okay? And to put the oil in it, you have to do the same. As long as it runs and operates, I'll figure all that out. I don't care about that. I can just get a funnel and rig me up some kind of funnel up here and put it in down there. That way I can put oil in it. I'm not worried about any of that. But the motor crunk runs fine. Here's some more pieces of the motor. When I say it grenaded, it right here, so I'm laying up here. It blowed the shit everywhere. So there's another piece of it right there. There's a piece down in the cup here too. So I mean, it just literally detonated. I haven't got enough time on the machine to really say it's a good one or a bad one. I don't know. But like I said, the hydraulics was doing fine. It was digging fine. It dug that's probably 3 to 4 feet deep hole right there. It dug it like nothing. And this is hard ground. I got to fix that back now that we got the rock out. And I got to fix our walkway back. But this is just kind of an update on this thing. The motors, I've never owned one before, so I can't say they're junk. But I can tell you this one was junk. The motor. The rest of the machine seems fine. I hope it does. That's just not a good sign when they do that right out of the gate. It's got 1.8 hours on it. So I drove it, it was like 1.2, 1.3 when I parked it here at the house. Off the truck. They drove it up here on the trailer and I drove it all the way up to here and parked it. It was like 1.2, 1.3 hours. So I drove half an hour digging with it. So that shows you anything right there, and that's how long the motor lasted. I checked the oil in it, I checked everything in the engine before I done anything with it, make sure it had oil in it, because they said they serviced it down there, which they did. So it's really no fault of theirs, it's just they got a piece of crap machine, you know. But hopefully this motor right here will do everything I need it to do. Once I get everything wired and ready and everything like that, I will do more update videos on this thing. For anybody interested in buying them, like homesteaders or anything, farms, anything like that, these things are perfect size. I can get it through that gate right there. I drove it right through that gate. So that's what I'm saying, it's perfect size. For everything we're going to be doing up here, it's perfect. As long as it runs. Everything else seems to work fine on it. The blade, you know, moving, operating, the hydraulics, everything, like I said, seems to work fine. It's just, I got to get that finished to where all my controls here work, so I can start it with the switch up here instead of down there. And I got to hook up my throttle cable. I didn't do any of that because I got to take the motor back out, and I got to drill some right there where the motor mounts. It mounts perfectly fine on the plate, factory plate. It's bolted in there now, but the motor needs to be shifted to the right. Probably, I'm gonna say probably 2 inches, maybe 3, something like that, over about right there. Because like I said, my pump is hitting the side of it over here, and I can't move the plate around enough to put the front bolts in it. So, other than that, it's in there and it's bolted down. And I was pretty impressed on how this thing crunk. It fired right up. It really did. I mean, let's see if I can get it to fire up again. Okay, I got to put choke on. Right there. See how the motor's jumping around there? That's just really what it's setting in there basically. Feels good on hand to go. Like that, everything works. That's sideways. It is more. It is operating like it should. I mean, everything's working. All the hydraulics. moving fine. So it's back to moving, operating, and running without knocking and blowing the motor up. So these motors here have a 90-day warranty on them. You can get an extended warranty on it for like 2 years. And the guys at Harbor Freight told me that if you got the 2-year extended warranty on it, even the 90-day warranty, you could run this thing wide open for 2 years, as long as, you know, whatever. And then right before the 2 years, take it back and swap it out for a brand hammer new one. You know, that it's covered that way. So if you just want a new one in 2 years, you can do that. So, I mean, I ain't gonna do that unless I absolutely have to, because it's not easy to get off and on. But anyway, that's just kind of an update on this thing. It went great for about 30 minutes, like 0.5 hours on it. It went great, and then it just went all to hell. So, alrighty guys, that's going to do it. I just want to do like a small update on this thing, because I've had a few people message me wanting to know about it, how it's doing, they was interested in possibly getting one. So, I can't say don't buy the machine, but I can't say do buy the machine. As far as the machine itself, it seems to work fine, and it definitely digs great. It really does. But the motor, I don't know if it's just this motor or this brand in particular. I don't know. But that motor is trash. It's absolutely trash. There's people has great results with these motors. I mean, they've got 800-900 hours on these things, but I don't. I had 0.5 hours on that one, and it grenaded. Like I said, that was part of the block. I'm still finding little pieces of it laying everywhere, like in the yard and stuff. So, it is what it is. I mean, $500 later, a brand new motor. But like I said, he did help me buy the motor, so I mean, I've got to give him props for that. They're really decent people, so he didn't have to legally do that, but he did. But anyway, guys, I'm going to finish this thing up, and we will have more videos on this thing coming out, because I want to keep everybody updated on how it does and how it digs and operates with this new motor on it. The motor swap, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take the motor off of it because I have to drill the plate, and I'll do an install video on how to basically put a Predator motor on one of these things. But in all honesty, it's basically the same motor that you're taking off. It's just a little bit of difference, not much. A couple wiring things, and where the motor mounts is just a little different. I got to take it off, drill a couple holes, put it right back, and shift everything over a little bit, and it'll be perfectly fine, and then it'll be ready to go. But if you ain't done so yet, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thank you.